Angels say you're the chosen one, and it will shock everyone. Your life is about to split into two chapters. Before you heard this message and after. Most people walk through existence never knowing they were selected for greatness. They accept the roles they were given, live the lives they were assigned, and never once consider that they might be meant for something extraordinary. But you're different. The angels have been watching you. They've seen how you showed up even when nobody was watching. They've observed your quiet strength, your hidden potential, your untapped power. And today they're ready to reveal why you were specifically chosen for what's about to unfold. In the next 4 minutes, you'll discover the 3 hidden reasons the universe has been preparing you for elevation, why the people closest to you are about to witness a transformation they won't understand. And most importantly, you'll know with absolute certainty that your best season isn't coming. It's already here. But first, I need you to comment "I receive" below. This isn't just engagement. This is you opening a spiritual door and declaring to the universe that you're ready for what's waiting on the other side. Welcome to God's Message Today channel, a place where heaven's most powerful truths meet your everyday reality. If you're brand new here, hit that subscribe button and activate notifications right now, because the messages we share are designed to awaken something dormant inside your soul. This community isn't for everyone. It's for the bold ones, the dreamers, the people who refuse to die with their potential still inside them. If that's you, you've found your tribe. Today's message is specifically about your significance, not the significance you think you should have, not the significance that society says you're allowed to claim. Your real significance, the one written into your spiritual DNA before you were ever born into this world. I want to speak directly to your heart right now, and I want you to feel the truth of what I'm about to share. You've felt it before, haven't you? That inexplicable pull, that knowing that comes without explanation. Maybe it arrived during a quiet morning when the world was still sleeping and your mind wasn't crowded with obligations. Maybe it showed up through a conversation with a complete stranger who said something so perfectly aligned with what you needed to hear that it felt like the universe was speaking through them. Maybe it came as an overwhelming sense of certainty about a decision before you had any logical reason to feel certain. These moments aren't random occurrences. They're not your imagination running wild or wishful thinking playing tricks on you. They're the language of the angels speaking directly into your soul. What they've been consistently communicating to you is that you matter in a way that most people never allow themselves to fully believe. The world we live in is incredibly efficient at making us feel small. There are systems in place: cultural narratives, family patterns, educational structures, media messages, all designed to sort people into categories, to assign them predetermined roles, to tell them what's realistic and what belongs in the realm of fantasy. Somewhere along your journey, you probably internalize the message that you should be grateful for the crumbs that fall from other people's tables. You learn to apologize for taking up space. You learn to dim your light so that others wouldn't feel threatened by your brightness. And somewhere deep inside, you accepted a version of yourself that was smaller, quieter, more manageable than who you truly are. But what if I told you that the angels have been laughing at these limitations the entire time? What if they've known something about you that you haven't known about yourself? What if every single thing that has happened in your life, every struggle, every triumph, every heartbreak, every unexpected blessing, has been orchestrated by divine intelligence working behind the scenes to position you exactly where you need to be? The angels want you to know something today that will fundamentally alter the way you see yourself and your purpose. You are chosen, not in the vague, generic, everyone is special kind of way that makes the statement meaningless. You are chosen with precision, chosen for a specific mission that only your particular configuration of gifts, talents, life experiences, and hard-won wisdom could possibly fulfill. No one else has your exact combination. No one else has walked your exact path. No one else carries your unique frequency. Think about what this actually means when you sit with it. This means that your struggles weren't random punishment from an uncaring universe. They were training. They were boot camp for your soul. They were the curriculum designed to develop the specific strength you would need for what's ahead. This means that the people who hurt you weren't maliciously placed in your path to destroy you. They were teachers. They were agents of your evolution, even if they didn't know it. This means that every single thing you've been through, every mistake, every failure, every moment you thought you were falling apart, was necessary preparation for what's about to unfold in your life. Jeremiah 29:11 speaks directly to this truth. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Notice the specificity embedded in those words. Not general plans for general people. Plans for you, individually, uniquely. The Creator of billions of humans took time to architect a specific destiny just for you. And that destiny isn't small. It's not meant to be hidden away or lived apologetically. It's meant to shine in a way that changes everything. For you and for everyone around you. The angels are here to wake you up to this truth because too many chosen ones are sleepwalking through their own awakening. They're walking past their destiny because they're too busy apologizing for their existence. They're diminishing their light because someone told them years ago that brightness makes other people uncomfortable. They're playing small because they learned early that taking up space meant becoming a target. But you're being called to something different now. Here's what's about to happen. And this is why the people in your life are going to be absolutely stunned by your transformation. Right now, the people around you have you categorized. They know you as the person who plays it safe, or the one who's always overthinking everything, or the one who waits for permission before taking action, or the one who quietly absorbs other people's pain and problems. They've grown comfortable with the version of you that has been playing small. They know how to relate to you at that frequency. They understand the role you've been playing. But the angels are calling you out of that limited identity. When you truly step into your chosen power, something shifts that's visible to absolutely everyone around you. It's not arrogance. It's not ego or narcissism masquerading as confidence. It's something much more powerful and much more authentic than that. It's a quiet certainty. It's a knowing that radiates from your very being. It's the unmistakable energy of someone who has stopped seeking approval from others and started seeking alignment with their purpose. It's the presence of someone who has finally accepted their own value. And when people around you experience this shift in your energy, they're going to react in different ways. Some will be inspired by your transformation and will want to elevate alongside you. Some will be intimidated by your shift because your elevation will expose their own unexercised potential. Some will try to pull you back down to your previous frequency because your growth will unconsciously trigger their awareness of what they've been avoiding. But here's what matters. None of that is your responsibility to manage. Your only job is to honor what you're being called toward, regardless of how other people respond to it. Isaiah 43:19 declares with powerful certainty, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." The angels want you to understand something absolutely critical. You're not entering a season of struggle and limitation. You're not entering a prolonged period of suffering that you have to endure. You're entering a season of the new thing. And this new thing will be so far outside of what people expected from you that they won't have a framework to understand it at first. They won't recognize you. They won't understand how you suddenly became so fearless, so clear, so unstoppable. The scriptures are absolutely filled with examples of people who were chosen, and here's what's remarkable about every single one of them. Most of them were people who would have been the last choice according to human logic and conventional wisdom. Moses didn't think he could lead. He told God he wasn't eloquent enough. He had a stutter. He had doubts. He had limitations, yet God chose him anyway. David was the overlooked youngest son, the one who was left out in the fields with the sheep, while his brothers were considered worthy of meeting the prophet. Gideon came from the weakest family in his tribe. Esther was an orphan in a foreign land with no power, no position, no obvious path to significance. Yet each of them was chosen specifically because they had something the world needed. Their limitations weren't disqualifications. Their struggles weren't reasons to bypass them. They were reasons to select them. Proverbs 18:12 tells us something profound. Before a man's heart comes pride, but humility comes before honor. This is describing the spiritual principle that must precede all real elevation and lasting success. Your community will feel the elevation in your presence. Even the people who hurt you will witness that their attempts to diminish you were ultimately futile. Deuteronomy 32:30 says, "How could one man chase 1,000, or two put 10,000 to flight, unless their rock had sold them, unless the Lord had given them up?" This is describing the amplified power that comes when you align completely with divine purpose. You become exponentially more effective. You become unstoppable. You become someone who can accomplish things that seem impossible to those operating from a limited consciousness. Your awakening might even affect people you'll never directly meet. Your choices might inspire someone across the world who hears your story years from now. Your courage might give permission to someone who felt too small and too afraid to dream. Your transformation might be the example that someone desperately needed to see. This is what happens when chosen ones finally decide to shine. The impact expands far beyond what you can see. Part of stepping into your chosen identity means releasing what no longer serves you. This might be relationships that have kept you small and confined. This might be jobs that are beneath your potential and your actual capabilities. This might be belief systems that were handed to you by your family or your culture, but never actually belonged to you. This might be friendships that drain your energy instead of filling your cup. This might be habits that keep you stuck in patterns you've outgrown. The angels want you to know that letting go isn't betrayal. It's not selfishness. It's respect for yourself. It's honoring the destiny you've been chosen for. Not everyone will understand this process. Some people will feel abandoned when you outgrow them and move on to new chapters. Some will feel rejected when you set boundaries that you didn't have before. But you cannot live a small life to make other people comfortable. You cannot dim your light to keep someone else from feeling insecure. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." This is your season. This is your time. The angels have been waiting for you to recognize it. They've been orchestrating the circumstances. They've been opening the doors. They've been removing the obstacles one by one. And now they're calling you to walk through what they've prepared for you. The transformation you're about to experience isn't going to be subtle or easy to ignore. People are going to notice. Your energy is going to shift. Your choices are going to reflect your new alignment. Your words are going to carry a different weight. Your presence is going to affect people differently. Some of these changes will happen gradually, almost imperceptibly, until one day someone will say to you, "Something's different about you. What changed?" And you'll realize that you've been transforming all along. Other changes will be more sudden and obvious. You might suddenly find the courage to have conversations you've been avoiding. You might suddenly make decisions that surprise everyone who knows you. You might suddenly step into opportunities that you would have talked yourself out of before. You might suddenly say no to things that don't serve you instead of automatically saying yes out of habit or obligation. The key to navigating this transformation is to trust the process. Trust that the angels know what they're doing. Trust that there's a wisdom greater than your own directing your steps. Trust that every door that closes is closing to make room for doors that will open in ways you can't currently imagine. One of the most powerful things you can do right now is to declare your acceptance of your chosen status. Say it out loud. Write it down.
Affirm it in your mirror.
Tell the universe that you're ready. Tell the angels that you receive what they've been trying to deliver to you. Tell yourself that you deserve to live the fullness of your potential. And as you navigate the days and weeks and months ahead, continue to look for the signs. Continue to listen for that still, small voice. Continue to trust the synchronicities that keep appearing in your life. Continue to recognize that every person you meet and every circumstance you encounter is part of the greater design. You're not here by accident. You're not living a random life. You're living a purpose-driven life, whether you've acknowledged that fully yet or not. The angels are with you. They're guiding you. They're protecting you. They're advocating for you in ways you can't see, but you can absolutely feel when you tune in. And they're celebrating right now because you're finally waking up to what they've always known about you. You're chosen. You're significant. You're meant for greatness. And the world is waiting for you to step into it. So I want to ask you right now to do something. Comment below and tell me, "Blessed and ready." This is your public declaration. This is you announcing to the universe and to yourself that you're accepting your chosen status, that you're ready for what comes next, that you're done playing small. When you write those words, you're sending a signal not just to me, but to the entire spiritual realm. You're saying yes. You're saying I'm ready. You're saying I believe. And while you're at it, please like this video. Share it with people in your life who need to hear this message. There are others who are also waking up to their chosen status right now. There are other people who need this reminder. Your share might be exactly what someone needs to hear at exactly the right moment. You might be the messenger that helps someone else recognize their own significance. Subscribe to God's Message Today channel if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you never miss a message that could change the trajectory of your life. This community is built for people like you, people who are ready to step into their power, people who refuse to settle for ordinary, people who are answering the angel's call. Come back soon because we have more messages coming that will continue to awaken you to your true nature and your real purpose. And if you feel moved to support the work that we're doing here, consider giving us a super thanks or making a donation. These contributions help us continue creating and sharing messages that transform lives. They're tokens of appreciation that say you believe in this mission as much as we do. Every contribution matters, and everyone is received with deep gratitude. I'm so honored that you spent this time with me today. I'm honored that you listened to this message with an open heart. I'm honored that you're part of this community of awakened souls. Remember this: you were chosen before the foundation of the world. You were selected for something magnificent. You were created for greatness. And everything that's happening right now is part of the divine orchestration that's leading you home to yourself. Until next time, may you walk in the full knowledge of your chosenness. May you feel the presence of the angels guiding your steps. May you recognize every sign. May you trust every instinct. May you step boldly into the destiny that has always been yours. This is God's message for you today. Receive it, believe it, live it. God bless you, beloved one. You're more powerful than you know. Before the angels can manifest your destiny in full and tangible ways, you have to let go of the false self that you've been protecting. You have to become humble enough to receive instruction even from unexpected sources. You have to become empty enough to be filled with something greater than your limited plans and your small ambitions. The beautiful thing about being chosen is that it's not about becoming worthy. You're already worthy. You were worthy the moment your soul decided to incarnate into this physical body. Being chosen is about recognizing that inherent worthiness. It's about accepting the invitation that heaven has extended to you. And here's something the angels particularly want you to hear and internalize. Your chosenness isn't dependent on your current circumstances. If you're struggling financially right now, you're still chosen. If you're in a difficult relationship that's draining your energy, you're still chosen. If you feel like you're behind where you should be or lagging behind where your peers are, you're still chosen. Your circumstances are what you're currently experiencing. Your chosenness is who you fundamentally are. Those are two completely different things, and the angels want you to make that distinction crystal clear in your mind. When you truly internalize that you're chosen, something miraculous happens inside your consciousness and your energy field. You stop praying as if you're begging an absent God for favors from a distance. You start praying as someone who's actively co-creating with the universe. You start acting as if your breakthrough is already happening because at the spiritual level, it already is. You're not trying to manifest something that doesn't exist yet. You're aligning yourself with what already exists in the realm of potential, waiting for you to claim it. Matthew 6:33 instructs us with wisdom that spans centuries. But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. This isn't saying seek material things and you'll struggle endlessly trying to attain them. It's saying seek alignment with your highest purpose. Seek your kingdom, your unique calling, your specific mission, and everything that's supposed to flow to you will flow effortlessly. The provision will come, the opportunities will appear, the people will show up, the resources will materialize. But it all starts with you getting clear about your primary purpose. I'm speaking to someone right now who has been waiting for external validation before moving forward. You've been waiting for someone else to believe in you enough to give you permission to pursue your dreams. You've been waiting for the right time, the right circumstances, the right signal from the universe. The angels are telling you today that the permission you've been seeking has already been granted. It's written into your soul contract. It was decided before time began. It's confirmed in every synchronicity that brought you to this exact moment reading. These exact words at this exact time in your life. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. But notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say you can do easy things. It doesn't say you can do comfortable things. It doesn't say you can do things that everyone supports and approves of. It says you can do all things. The angels are calling you to expand your sense of what's possible for your life. They're inviting you to dream bigger than you've ever allowed yourself to dream before. You've been receiving divine signs all along, and I want you to become conscious of them starting right now, in this moment. Every time you felt an inexplicable urge to do something that scared you, That was the angels communicating through your courage. Every time you felt a pull to help someone or speak truth or take a stand for what matters, that was your chosen one nature recognizing itself in the mirror. Every time you had a knowing about something before you had any logical evidence to support it, that was your intuition accessing divine information beyond the five senses. Every time you felt that strange sensation of being in the right place at the right time, that was the universe confirming that you're on your path. The problem is that we've been trained and conditioned to doubt these inner signals. We've been socialized to trust only the material world, only what we can measure and quantify and put into a spreadsheet. We've been taught that feelings are unreliable and that intuition is just wishful thinking. But the spiritual dimension operates in a completely different currency. It operates through feeling, through synchronicity, through that still, small voice that knows the truth before your logical mind catches up to it. Proverbs 3:5-6 tells us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." This is describing exactly what happens when you embrace your chosen identity. You stop trying to figure everything out with your limited intellect. You stop needing to see the entire staircase before you take the first step. You trust that there's an intelligence infinitely greater than your own that has already mapped out your path. Your job isn't to understand the entire plan. Your job is to take the next right step with faith and trust that you're being guided. Now, I need to prepare you for something because the angels want you to know this too. When you step into your chosen power, you will encounter resistance. I want you to understand this clearly. Resistance is not a sign that you're going in the wrong direction. This is actually a confirmation that you're moving in exactly the right direction. The resistance proves that something real and significant is shifting. The obstacles are proof that you're activating real power. This resistance will come in many different forms. It might show up as doubt in the middle of the night when you're alone with your thoughts. It might manifest as a critical voice inside your head pretending to be protective, telling you to play it safe and stay small and not risk anything. It might come as people in your life who are comfortable with the smaller version of you and who will unconsciously try to keep you at that previous frequency. It might show up as unexpected challenges or setbacks that seem to be blocking your path. It might arrive as fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what other people will think. But here's what the angels want you to understand with absolute clarity. Every single obstacle you encounter is actually a stepping stone. Every moment of resistance is an opportunity to choose yourself again. Every time you choose your vision over your fear, you're activating the power of being chosen. Every time you say yes to your purpose despite the resistance, you're strengthening your connection to your destiny. Romans 8:31 speaks to this directly. What? Then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? The armies of heaven are aligned with your purpose. The entire universe is conspiring in your favor. The spiritual realm is on your side. Yes, there will be moments of doubt. Yes, the path will sometimes seem unclear. Yes, there will be times when you feel alone in your conviction. But you have something that most people don't have. You have the knowledge that you were specifically chosen for these exact challenges. These obstacles aren't accidents. They're part of your path. They're what's going to develop the strength you need. This is where everything changes. This is where you stop being a passenger in your own life and become the driver of your own destiny. The angels are calling you to step into your authority right now, not at some future date when you feel more ready, not after you've learned more, or prepared more, or accumulated more credentials. Right now, in this moment, with what you have, with who you are. Your authority doesn't come from being perfect. It doesn't come from never making mistakes or never falling short. It doesn't come from having all the answers, or from being completely certain about everything. Your authority comes from knowing that you were put on this earth to fulfill something specific. It comes from the absolute conviction that you're not here to repeat the patterns of your family, your circumstances, or your past. You're here to break cycles. You're here to elevate. You're here to show future generations what's possible when someone refuses to accept the limitations that were handed to them. When you operate from this place of authority, everything changes. Your energy shifts in ways that people can feel, even if they can't articulate what they're sensing. Your decisions reflect different priorities and different values. You stop accepting situations, relationships, and opportunities that are beneath your actual value. You start attracting people and circumstances that match your elevated frequency. You become a magnet for your own elevation. And yes, this will shock people. It will confuse some who thought they understood you. It will inspire others who have been waiting for permission to step into their own power. It will threaten some who are comfortable with you remaining small. But here's what matters. You will finally be living as the chosen one you actually are, instead of the limited version you were conditioned to become. Your awakening doesn't just affect you in isolation. The moment you step into your chosen power, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you in ways you may never fully realize. Your parents will finally see what they sacrificed for coming to full fruition. Your children will have a parent who models what it looks like to live fully and authentically. Your friends will be inspired or confronted by your transformation.